Hey folks, how's it going? Today we're actually going to roll through the ninth chapter here and final one of the Chains of Domination. We're going to start off with the quest Doorway in the Dark. So we had actually just reestablished the, I call it alliance between the our different factions all across the different areas, and now we're jumping into ultimately bringing the new Covenant sigils to the Primus.
Speak, mortal.
So, our efforts to stop Zoval have been thwarted, Doorway has been opened to Forbidden Realm, and the Banished One has reclaimed a power taken from him long ago. Since your allies returning from the Sanctum of Domination must know every detail of what's transpired.
We fight to save the Shadowlands. Your allies approach, mortal.
We tried to stop her, to stop them both. We failed.
What?
The jailer is gone, and he's taken Anduin with him.
What?
The day I long dreaded has finally come to pass.
Thought I knew what Sylvanas was capable of. But the jailer had the upper hand all along. This cinematic is pretty fantastic if you haven't seen it yet. So we take the abilities of the Arbiter.
At long last, the final
Loads up on his plate gear.
once again.
The way is open, Zovor! We already have what we need!
Too long I endured the Maker's flawed design. I will forge a new reality, where all shall serve.
I will never serve.
Oh, plot arc for Sylvanas.
Still shame my mortality. You did help restore something stolen from me. Allow me to repay you in kind. I leave you to their mercy. Come, be the first to witness reality's end.
Nice.
Cannot let him reach me.
No.
The true battle lies ahead.
Before Anduin followed the jailer, he dropped something. I don't think it was part of the jailer's plan, but it must be a sign that Anduin's soul is still his own. This is very personal to Anduin. I feel his presence upon it.
A single spark can set the
Jaina,
world aflame.
What was it that Anduin left behind?
A compass. It was a gift to his father. Varian had it with him just before. Before we fought the Legion on the Broken Shore. I don't
Yeah.
believe Anduin dropped it by accident. He must have wanted us to find it.
As a sign that he hasn't been fully dominated by the jailer's power?
I believe it's more than that. I sense an enchantment upon the compass. Perhaps Anduin used the light to leave us a message. Bolvar, will you help us examine the compass?
Of course, Jaina.
Thank you.
The compass is imbued with a memory.
I sense it too. Very clever, Anduin. What did you want
I
us
will
to
aid
see?
you as best I can.
Yeah, sure.
The battle is almost upon us. I will deal with the invading forces atop Torghast. When we reach Oribus, you will defend Zoval while he completes the ritual.
You mean he will compel me to defend him? Each time he dominates my will, I feel myself slipping further away. Is this what you found when Arthas raised you, Sylvanas? Hollow, empty. Everything you once were, consumed by darkness.
Well, it's not that bad.
Yes.
You're a Death Knight now.
Young Naya. But in the end, the sacrifices we've made will have been worth it. Once the cycle of life and death has been broken and remade, we will...
By that time, I'll have been lost. And so will you. I only hope my friends will remember me as I was. Not what you made me to be.
Let's be real. Anduin's trying to get
No,
Varian back to
Anduin.
life.
We won't lose you.
We all
I
have
swear
a duty
it.
to fulfill.
A long road lies before us.
We cannot lose him, no matter
all
what
have
it
our
takes.
costs.
What news?
Covenants renewed. This is the last chapter of, the last quest of chapter 9. Our efforts were to focus on preventing the jailer from shattering the barrier around the Maw and invading the rest of the Shadowlands. Instead, he expanded the Maw itself to envelop Oribos and claim the Arbiter's sigil. I do not fully understand what we witnessed atop Torghast, but the Primus certainly does. It's time to enact his contingency plan. The Covenants will arrive with their sigils shortly. Yeah.
Much has been asked. More will be required.
Ah, the Maw Walker. Zoval may have won the battle, but he will not win the war. We stand united in purpose, and together we shall claim victory. Covenants of the Shadowlands, step forward.
We got
Leave this place before
the
it claims
stone,
you.
right?
Revendreth humbly offers our
The
unity.
sigil of the Carrion from our boy Uther.
To our cause, I present the devotion of
Sigil of the
Bastion.
Necrolords from
My
Draka.
Primus, we offer you the might of Maldraxxus.
The Winter Queen sends to you the steadfastness of
The hour
Ardenweald.
of battle is upon us. 4 covenants united. Our hope stands renewed. Fate has drawn you here.
You've done your part.
Primus, what we witnessed in the Arbiter's chamber, it was beyond mortal understanding.
Once, Zoval stood among us as the Arbiter, yet he defied the will of the First Ones and sought to unmake the balance of the cosmos. For his crimes, we stripped our brother of his power and bound him to the Maw. It was I who scribed the runes of domination upon his flesh. We used Zoval's anima to construct a new arbiter, one that would be dispassionate and just. I should have realized that he would never stop fighting to reclaim his power and see his schemes through to their bitter end.
What will his next move be?
Zoval pursues the secrets locked within the sepulchre. Should he find the knowledge he seeks, all that you know will be undone. 4 sigils represent the renewed hope of the Covenants. I will use them to forge a key, though I must find something to replace the Arbiter's sigil. Keep pressing the attack against the Jailer's forces. When the key is ready, I will call for you. Death comes for the soul of your world, mortal. But together, we may yet save it. War is at hand.
And everybody's generally pretty bummed about that news.
My memories still haunt me, hero. Justice. By the light. Jaina Proudmoore. Is that you?
Uther? Uther! A Kyrian! Of course, it suits you.
I barely recognized you, my lady. The last time we spoke was at...
Stratholme. After the calling.
I remember. You still think of him too, don't you? Even after all these years.
I've tried to put the past behind me. Now, with what's been done to Anduin, all those painful memories have flooded back again.
Memories are like mirrors. They show us parts of ourselves. Sometimes parts we'd like to forget. But you can choose what lessons to carry forward and what to leave behind.
I loved him, you know.
As did I. Take that love with you, Jaina. Let it lend you strength in dark times.
Thank you, Uther. Can you stay a while and talk? There's so much I'd like to share.
Ooh. It's a bit of a fun storyline addition, and hopefully a little bit of foreshadowing.
Much to be done.
Greetings, my friend.
Friend? The elusive Anari has no friends.
I have been woefully misrepresented. I can be a good friend, a useful friend to those in need. And everyone is in need of something.
You more than most from what I hear. In fact, I imagine this conversation is merely a pretext for you to inquire what I know of Azeroth Mortis.
Do you not long to see the realm of the First Ones for yourself?
One day, perhaps, if the purpose wills it.
Were you not assigned to Courtier for your intellect, your curiosity? Perhaps your purpose, my friend, is not to hoard knowledge, but to share it with those who would put it to use.
I admit there are so many theories to explore, so many discoveries to be made. No, I will not think of it. Be gone, broker. I need nothing from you.
Not today, perhaps, but one day you will. And when that time comes, I look forward to doing business.
So that plot thickens a little bit more, just kind of laying the steps here for the continuation of the storyline. I don't know if it'll push or change much in 9.15, but certainly.
Well met. Let honor
You've
guide
told
your
me many
path.
stories of your life, Goel. It seems some of the memories trouble you.
Yes, I I spoke of Garrosh, son of Gromosh Hillscream. I'd hoped to spare him from the darkness his father knew. But instead, I fear I'm to blame for the ruin he unleashed.
Fate sets a course before each of us. How are you to blame for the destiny he wrought?
I took him from Nagrand. I made him war chief. But when he needed me most, I left him to falter. And in the end, it was my hand that struck him down.
Your father used to say that a wolf decides whether to come when called, or to turn on its master. There is no fault, only nature taking its course. Garrosh shows his path, my son.
But I set him upon it.
You offered him a choice. You did not choose for him. Mourn if you must, but his decisions are not your burden to bear. His path ended. Yours moves onward.
Onward. Yes. There is much to be done. Thank you, Mother.
My blade is ready.
Nice. Very fun to kind of push these stories and character development a little bit. I've got a little bit of questing and a few other things I need to take care of. Oh, we've got one more here. Darian Morgraine. Alexandris Morgraine.
So, Tyrion Fordring took up the Ashbringer in my absence. I can think of few more worthy.
Indeed. He met the Lich King in battle and shattered Frostmourne itself.
And yet you sought to raise him into undeath. Why deny him the rest he had earned?
I once told Tyrion that only a silver hand can wield an ebon blade. We needed a fourth horseman, one to lead the others. He seemed the right choice.
It appears fate chose differently. This is not the legacy I meant to leave you, Darian.
This land festers. Which I hold
we
dear.
must cauterize the wound.
I'm proud to carry on such a legacy.
And I am proud of you, my son.
Ah, right in the feels. Hey, I think that's largely it for what we're going to see here. From additional little breadcrumbs at the end of the Chains of Domination storyline. But nice to knock this one out anyway. Drop it down in the comments, folks. Let me know. Did you enjoy the storyline? What were your thoughts on it? I thought it was a ton of fun personally, but always open for others' input. Alright, we'll talk to you soon.